Good morning and welcome to Exceptional Women on Magic 106.7. I'm Kendra Petroni, and along with my colleague Sue Tab, we are thrilled to talk with multi-platinum singer, songwriter, actress, and Tony Award-winning performer Idina Menzel. She rose to fame for her role as Maureen in the Broadway musical Rent, and then things really took off when she won a Tony for her role as Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West in the smash hit musical Wicked, which, by the way, is both of our favorites when it comes to musicals.
It sure is. And if Elphaba wasn't enough, her voice role as Elsa in Disney's Oscar-winning Frozen catapulted her. Frozen was the second highest grossing animated film of all time, with more than $1.2 billion in worldwide box office revenue. The film's song, Let It Go, you might have heard of it, voiced by Idina, became an instant international phenomenon. And now she has a brand new album titled Drama Queen, where she showcases her powerhouse vocals through soaring anthems, disco-infused beats, and just the right amount of drama. This new project embodies strength, resilience, and encourages listeners to tap into their inner power and unleash the ferocity within them. Good morning, Idina. Welcome to our Exceptional Women podcast.
Oh, I'm so proud and honored to be here.
Oh, no, you are not. We are so excited. Kendra and I have been talking about this conversation all week long. We're both so thrilled at the opportunity to chat with you. Wicked, by the way, both of us, our favorite musical of all time. And we love it so much that we used the theme of defying gravity as the inspiration behind our winning Gracie Award back in 2019. We set the entire submission to that theme and that theme song.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, I'm so honored.
Do you still...
Yeah, it puts people in the right mode, doesn't it?
It sure does. And I want to ask you about that. Do you still love that so many fans think of you in that role as Elphaba?
Sure, I do. Yeah, it changed my life. It's changed my life, professionally, but also I learned a lot from playing a role like that. And I think it was sort of, chicken or the egg. Did I need to learn from that character? Was I infusing the character with my life experience at the time, whatever I was wrestling with and trying to figure out how big and how loud and how powerful I could be, or, for fear of, as you know, a lot of exceptional women, we're not sure how big we can be in the room and how much anger and fire we can show without alienating people around us. And, and so I think that's something I still deal with till this day, just trying to always figure that out. I'm getting older, I'm getting less apologetic about it. And hopefully my son is growing up to see a woman like that. So that's kind of my I don't know, it's kind of what drives me in a way these days. When I can't get out of my own head, I think, well, what kind of woman would I want my son to bring home, or to be attracted to? Well, let me try to put that out there and manifest that,
What's it like behind the scenes when you're a cast member on a Broadway show? I think all of us wonder how you do it every single night, depending on however long the show runs for, if it's a week or 2 weeks. How do you still have the energy, the excitement, and that pure love of the stage every single night?
Yeah, well, like Wicked I did for 1.5 years of my life, and then I went to London and did it at the West End for 6 months. I embrace it, to be honest. I know it, people like to talk about it being, a grind, and it is definitely hard work. But when I'm actually on stage, I really enjoy finding and discovering new things and finding the nuance in things, whether it's my fellow performer on stage, something new that they're giving me, someone in the audience that I sort of spot that I think might need to hear something, just a new lyric or something, one of the musicians in the pit playing something different. I mean, you can always really just really listen and find stuff that is, I don't know, that's just creatively rewarding and keeps you in the moment. And I love that. I try to approach everything that way, because that's the stuff that does keep you present, which is obviously so hard to do in this world.
Yeah, I want to talk about your new album, because I love this. It's called Drama Queen. It's available now. It's sort of a nod to some of the greats like Cher and Celine Dion. Why did you choose to do this album, and why now in your career was it important?
I've always wanted to do an album like this. I've always maybe adhered to formulas and things that people expected of me or thought I should do, and I sort of had no patience for that anymore. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to make music where people would get up and dance and would groove, and it would be really celebratory. And this kind of music, I think, is really great for big, dynamic voices, because it has this undercurrent of, incredible bass lines and drums and all of that. But it really lends itself to big female voices. It allows us to still sing and be dramatic, and theatrical, but put us to a dance beat, which, like you said, has been done before with a lot of the women that I really have inspired me my whole life. So yeah, it's not as much of a departure as you would think. It kind of feels like a very natural transition for me.
And it seems like the arts have always been a really important part of your life: music, theater, performing. And I know that you co-founded an organization called a BroaderWay Foundation, which is awesome, by the way. It's dedicated to offering girls from underserved communities an outlet for creating through the arts. And I think we all know that the arts programs are always the first ones to get cut in schools and wherever, when it comes to budgets. And they're such an important part of everyone's life. Tell us about some of the programs that you offer through a BroaderWay Foundation, and maybe how our listeners can get involved and help.
Oh, you're so sweet to bring it up and shine a light on it. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's called BroaderWay.org, and people can give money, they can help, they can they can even get their kids in if they want. It's a 10-day program up in the Berkshire Mountains where the young kids can get out of the city. And really, we bring up tons of friends of mine who are incredible performers and artists that it's more about helping young kids find their voice through the arts. You don't have to be someone that's definitely going to go into it for their profession one day. But I have just wonderful friends that it's what they do. We go up there and we workshop with them. And what I love about it the most is that we don't just put on a play that you've seen a million times. We do what feels organic to the kids. We take their ideas, we have them write a lot and journal, and then we take their lyrics and help them write songs or choreograph dance or make films, whatever it is. We use their work and their authorship to celebrate what they're doing, so they feel like they have that kind of agency.
If you're just tuning in, thanks for being here. You're listening to our Exceptional Women podcast here on Magic 106.7. I'm Sue Tab, and along with my colleague, Kendra Petroni, we are talking with Tony Award-winning singer, songwriter, actress, and philanthropist, Idina Menzel. You know her from her roles as Maureen in Rent, Elphaba in Wicked, and of course, as the voice of Elsa in Disney's Oscar-winning animated film Frozen. She co-founded a BroaderWay Foundation, an organization dedicated to offering girls from underserved communities an outlet for self-expression and creativity through arts-centered programs. And she recently released 3 singles from her upcoming dance album, Drama Queen. Let's get back to our conversation. I love, too, that you released a children's book last fall with your sister. It's called Loud Mouse, and it centers around self-acceptance and being true to yourself. And I feel like maybe that's one of the reasons this Barbie movie is so popular right now, because it's all about self-acceptance and women empowerment and things like that. Why was that something important to you?
Oh, well, yeah, and we have, just to say, it's been doing so well that we had a follow-up book called Proud Mouth. So it's Loud Mouth is the first one, Loud and Proud.
Oh, I love
which
that.
Is more about my sister. I wrote the book with my sister. We're very close. She grew up, she's 3 years younger than me, and had to deal with having that took up a lot of space and a lot of attention. And she didn't know
whatever do you mean?
6 years old that she wanted to be a particular thing, like what kids do. And so this new book is really more about her story, where she's being curious in the world and allowing yourself the time and the space to define your own voice in whatever way that is. And so all of those themes have been really important to me. I don't know. I don't know if they've come from the characters I've played or have been given in my life that have come my way. There's sort of this, this weird, it's a pattern. It's a, I don't know how to describe it, where it must be something that I need to learn in my own life about finding my own voice, and sort of the irony in that you can be someone that's known for having such a big voice but often have a hard time listening to your inner voice. And so I feel like I can identify with people on that level, and I just find myself writing about that.
You know, Idina, we call this podcast Exceptional Women, and it's really our mission to share the stories of women who, like you, have done and are doing incredible things in their communities and beyond. So who are some of the most exceptional women in your life, women that have really inspired you and made such a difference?
Great question. I want to talk about one, my sister, Kara, with a C. She's my younger sister, but the wiser one. I also like to say that she got divorced before me too, and had kids before me. But,
so she's paved the way for you, and I'm sure
my mother. And God, there's so many people coming to mind right now. You know, I have my best friends from college who are incredibly successful, powerful women, wonderful mothers. There's my friend LaShawn, who's another Broadway performer / Tony-winning producer as of late.
Wow.
She's a beautiful human being that just kind of fills any room she walks into with shining light. Who else do I want to? Who am I forgetting? I'm like blanking out right now.
Well, it's great that you have so many.
I know.
I mean, that's great that you have so many. I mean, that's impressive. And, you know, I think you are exceptional in what you're doing, and you're paving the way for a lot of women. So we appreciate your time. We love talking with you. We're such fans of you here in Boston.
Know. And congrats on your album, Drama Queen.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really excited. I hope everyone has fun with it. They dance, they sing, and they step into their own spotlight. You can have it. You don't have to be a singer like me.
I love it.
Thank you, Idina. We so appreciate you.
Thank you. I love the show. Thank you.
Thank you to Idina Menzel for taking some time to chat with us this morning. I was blown away. She's amazing.
She is amazing, and she's so talented. I mean, her voice on stage, everything she does is great.
Yeah.
I love her in every movie, every musical. She's just fabulous, really.
But who knew that she also wrote a children's book? She has a charity foundation. Yeah. She can do it all.
I love her, and I love that she is doing everything. I love that she's not just sort of a one-trick pony. You know, she's giving back to her community, and that's what this podcast is all about. People who work hard, you know, maybe they don't have it easy in the beginning, but they make their way and then they give back in the end. So that's what really matters, I think.
She's worked really, really hard and deserves all the accolades she gets. I just love her. And
Absolutely.
She definitely embodies what we say is exceptional, like you said.
100%.
You know?
So check out her new album. It's Drama Queen. It's available now. And you've been listening to Exceptional Women on Magic 106.7. Thanks for being here. It's our honor and privilege to shine a light on the change makers, and of course to provide a platform for people who are out doing meaningful work in our communities. Thank you for paying attention and really for helping us create engaging programming. We'd love to hear from you. If you know someone who's making a difference and you want to have them on the show, just email us or send us a message on our Magic Facebook page.
And also you can follow us. We would appreciate a follow on Instagram. It's @Sue.tab and @Kendra the Entertainer. And then remember, join us every Sunday morning at 7:30 for another edition of Exceptional Women. Have a great day.